All right, you guys. So now we're going to actually build the tool. You're going to build one with me right now. And there might be parts of this video that we speed up or I pause and do some work and go back and forth. But I kind of want to just show you in action me building a tool, okay? And kind of how I especially started with the prompt at the start, okay? So the very first thing I do is, for this one, what we're gonna do is we're gonna be building the viral digital product brainstormer, okay? So this is gonna help people come up with a viral digital product completely from scratch, even if they don't have an idea, okay? So basically what you're gonna do is, first of all, what I've done is I've pasted some transcripts from Maria's teachings and courses on creating viral digital products, okay? So this is kind of be the foundation of everything else, all right? So obviously this tool is gonna be built around Maria's teachings on it, not just random stuff pulled from the internet. That's what's gonna make it unique to us and actually really good for our students, okay? So it's pulling from the methodology that Maria teaches about viral digital products. So I have 3 different transcripts pasted in here. You should, if you have a course or whatever teachings on this, you should pull your relevant sections to the tool that you're going to create, okay? So I have in here a transcript on something where Maria's talking about everything that a digital product needs to go viral. I have something about pricing digital products, and I have something on here on things that will make your viral digital product flop, okay? So then what you're gonna do is describe in as much great detail as possible the tool that you're going to want to build, okay? So you can say something like, here I have uploaded 3 transcripts from my course, How to Create a Viral Digital Product. I want to create a interactive tool that gives people who have no idea what digital product they want to sell an idea of what they could create and how much they should charge for their new viral digital product idea. This tool should also search the web, Reddit, Facebook groups, Instagram, public forums. So this is kind of the research part. Forums and other public and other online information for viral products in their niche and provide a market. Do you see how I'm just describing? I'm literally just describing the tool that I want to create, okay? And provide a market research section where they can get ideas of products that are already selling and filling a need. And so they can make something similar based off their own experience. And then I like to say, like, the priority for the viral product that you suggest should be based mostly, should be based majority on Maria's teachings, and the market, the searching products should be the right? I don't want it to swing, and you'll see, we'll go back and forth with this a lot. I don't want it to swing and like just search the web. I want it to mostly be based on what Maria teaches. All right, so this is kind of our first draft. And then I say, ask me any relevant questions that you have that can make this tool better and get my students more viral, better creative product, digital product ideas. Okay, so then what it's going to do, it's going to load for a little bit. Okay, this is the exciting part. You can always notify it when Claude responds. Okay, so I'm going to pause while this loads, and then I'll let you know what it says. All right, so you can already see that this is exactly what I'm going for, because it's asking me questions that I can fill out. So it's saying, okay, what should we pull from when students enter? What should they, like, when they're trying to get their product ideas, what should they pull from? And I'm going to check all of these. They should pull from all of these to try to come up with an idea, okay? So then we check all those. Then it's asking, should the tool walk through Maria's framework step by step or give them a full idea and analysis all at once? I think for this, I don't want it to tell the students what the framework is, because that will be too much info. I want the product ideas that are suggested to just pull from it. Okay. And then typically we recommend low ticket. So that's perfect. $7 to $47. That is perfect. So then what it's going to do is it's going to ask a few more questions, and I'm going to answer them. Okay. So I'm going to pause and answer these, and you guys can see. You see it's very interactive though. So if you follow what they're saying, and again, I can't give you a formula for every single one because everyone's going to be different. I don't know what you're building. I'm just going to show you my process. So I'm going to answer these, and then we'll see what it kind of comes up with as its first draft. All right, so you can see here I just answered some of the questions. Now, my reasoning for some of these, like I didn't want it to spit out upsell funnels yet because that could be very overwhelming for a student that doesn't even have their initial product idea. I don't want to spit out other product ideas and go into the whole upsell funnel thing, right? Like I just want them to come up with their one simple viral digital product idea. And so I think that's helpful for you as you're building these tools. Think of these tools as they solve one problem in your course, right? So, Maria teaches your course should solve one problem. This tool should solve this should solve one part of that course, right? So it should be very specific. And it's not gonna, like for mine, for example, I don't want it to cover upsells because that's gonna be extremely overwhelming for a student who doesn't even have their first product to think about having to create 5 products. So you just wanna think through. This is really an exercise in thinking through and thinking like your current students. And obviously you have all the knowledge that you have about your business or about your, like what you know and what you teach on. They don't, they're learning from you. So they're likely beginner. And so you want to think, how can I make this easy? How can I not overwhelm them? And how can I just get straight to the point? Okay. So now we have, it's building our tool right now. So I am going to, okay. So wow, this is interesting. They picked some interesting fonts for this. Okay. So, this is what it's going to start to look like. So I already do not like the colors of this. All right. But what you can do, this is what it's going to do. On the left side, you're going to chat with it. And then on the right side, it's going to start changing things. Okay. So I'm going to say, make the font, because I can't even read this, make the font Laura, and the, colors should be, and we can change this later. I just can't even read it. Like, should be pink, like the Instagram pink, and let's just see what that does. Okay. Yeah, let me pause and I want to give them the branding because I can't even read this. Okay, pause. All right, so that's looking a little better. Now again, you can literally tell it whatever you want it to look like. All right. For now, I'm just going to keep it as is, and we can talk about the styling later. But then basically what you can do is you're going to start to test out this tool and see how it works. What kind of ideas does it give? How is it working? Is it working how you want it? So I'm going to do a couple tests, and then I'm going to go back and forth and kind of show you what I'm saying to make it change, things like that. Okay. So I'm going to make a list of changes that I want to do right off the bat, show you guys, and then we'll come back to it. Okay, so here's some changes that I already want to make, and I'm just being extremely specific. It's very important that you're extremely specific with what you want to change, okay? So I'm having them, I don't like this Maria's method. I'm having them shorten this. Niche to me is like they don't even know what they want to sell. They're not going to know their niche. So we're going to reframe that. Like maybe it's going to say like areas of interest or something. We'll see what they come up with. But you really have to like look at everything very specifically and think about, again, like how your students would take this. I think this is good. Problems you personally solved. I think that's good. Hobbies or passions, right? So then we'll see. I haven't even done anything to generate. I have no idea what it looks like on the other side. But we'll send these changes and then we'll see what it looks like. Now, again, it's going to refresh right here. So it's working on the code. It's generating code, which is really cool. And then it's going to make all these changes. I like to put a bunch of changes at once, so I'm not like sending it over and over and over again. And it's kind of just doing a bunch of changes at one time. So we'll let that load and then I'll kind of see how this actually works. Going back and forth. Again, I'm just going back and forth. I want to know of these sections, which one is going to be prioritized for the product idea. Yeah, this is good. This is good. So problem you personally solved is great, because it means you maybe likely helped other people solve it, or at least you've solved it for yourself, so you know what you're talking about. And then also, this is good, this is good. And then we changed, we're changing what topic or subject lights you up to, what could you talk about for hours, right? That's better. Lights you up is too vague. What could you talk about for hours is good, because you're likely going to be making your product on it. And you will need to create content and all those things. So you better be able to talk about it for hours, or at least like talking about it, okay? So we're gonna make all these changes. You guys are getting the gist of what I'm doing, right? You guys understand. I don't know why it looks like my lighting just went completely black. That was weird. Okay. You guys are getting the gist of what I'm doing. I'm going to, maybe what I can do is show you the final product. This is just the start, okay? I go back and forth to make it perfect for hours, just so you know. I don't want you guys to sit through an hour-long video, but I go back and forth for hours with these to make sure that it's actually giving good results. It's actually suggesting, you will know, because you're the expert. You will know what the tool should be spitting out. You will know if it's right or wrong. If it's vague, if it's unhelpful, dig deeper, figure out what you need to do to get it generating better results, right? You're feeding it a lot of information, a lot of your knowledge. That's why this can never be repeated by other people, by the way, because first of all, it's based on your transcript, so it's already a great start. And then you're feeding it hours and hours typically of personalized information that only you know. And so like for me, I know what a viral digital product idea should look like. I've reviewed so many products, and I've seen a lot of ones that sell well and a lot of ones that don't. So when I look at these, as I'm working through this tool and as I'm creating this tool, I know the kind of results it should be spitting out. If it's not spitting out correct results, we need to go back to the drawing board and get the results to be better. And literally the only way you do that is by describing exactly what it should be saying and prioritizing things. Like you saw that I said at the beginning, prioritize Maria's teaching. It's good to search for other, validation market research out there. That's good, but it should be prioritizing what we teach, okay? So this is kind of the process. It's very cool. You're generating the code in Claude, and then when you think your tool is good and it's done and it's generating good results, you'll be able to see the results. Maybe what I'll do is work with this a little bit more, film another video, like a part 2 to this, when it's a little more developed, so you guys don't have to sit here. And then I'll show you kind of how it looks after I click this like generate one, okay?